Elon Musk is moving on Twitter. In fact, he's acquiring Twitter for $44 billion, which is the biggest takeover in the history of mankind.
He can't afford it.
Am I mistaken, Mike?
In fact, when you talk, we wanted to mention that it was the biggest in tech. It's actually the biggest. I don't think there's any bigger takeover anywhere. Even Disney, I mean, football clubs and all that. 46.5 billion. The point was, there's something about this man. A South African immigrant, somebody, you know, born in South Africa and all of that. He has this, I was listening to something where he said that he's not optimistic or pessimistic. He just believes that the job should be done. And then, prior to this time, remember that at one point, Bill Gates said something that if you don't have as much money as Elon Musk, be careful. This man is ruthless.
Yeah.
He's
I was going to
ruthless.
say something about his personality. We've all known him to be a very eccentric type of person who does whatever he wants. Now, what are the implications on Twitter itself as an app that everybody uses for freedom of speech? We know what Twitter was like a couple of years ago. It was quite a vitriolic place. And I still think that Twitter is actually that kind of a place.
Okay, let me show you something he tweeted after the takeover. He simply said, "I hope that even my worst critics remain on Twitter, because that is what free speech means." That was 14 hours ago. So, well, no matter how much of a critic he is, he still wants Twitter to be Twitter, I guess.
You know
but
something?
I wonder if he has eyes on Daniel Rega.
You know one thing, I feel like Twitter should not be under the control. It's already too big and too powerful to be under the control of one person.
Well, Facebook and Instagram are quite big, and
but not
Mark is like, yes, there's a board, but we all know, even with Twitter, there might be a board to control stuff. But
not in this case.
He just happens to be the sole controller. The sole.
And therein is what scares everybody. He's going to be the sole. He's going to be the one person who actually presses all the buttons, makes all the decisions.
Well,
and all
good
of that.
for him. Maybe we'll help people start making money off their tweets, which people have been looking forward to.
And
He's a businessman after all.
The thing about all of this is that he has stated that Twitter, as much as Twitter is, he says it's not free enough. If you remember Twitter before this time, you see hashtags like Hitler was right. You see hashtags like, you see racist hashtags before there was a cleaning up and said, okay. But then he would now come back and he says that we don't have enough free speech.
Okay, so that now takes me to the level of power that he is going to have. First off, remember how Twitter has been able to influence governance in many places, even here in Nigeria. Now, if you give one man that power, and we're talking about Elon Musk, that eccentric guy that we all kind of like fear, but we're not saying it, you can imagine what it is going to do to...
exactly what I was going to say is what's
the word when you put when you subdue governance in different regions, different places, different part of the world.
It would simply Nigerian government would ban anything.
We're going to be looking at plenty of that across the country.
And I think the ban can as well be permanent, because the reality is, as much as we talk about free speech, you should also have a bit of decorum. And the truth is, people on Twitter, unnecessary, they will call it savage.
It's a place for vitriol, it's a place for angst, vexation, and all of that. That's how I see Twitter.
I'm back on Twitter, and I'm like,
did I really miss it?
Did I really miss it?
Yeah.
You know something? So Donald Trump, after being banned from Twitter, started his own social network called Truth. You understand? And now he says that he's not coming back to Twitter. He says, hey, Musk is a good man. He's also kind of like a fan of Musk. He says, but he's not coming back to Twitter. He still has Truth, which is his own social media network, which is running by the side. But he says he's not coming back on Twitter. And, a number of people who have been banned are saying that, okay, hey, Elon Musk is here, he's my guy, or guy on Banos. He has the superpower, and I think that's not too good.
Wow. In any case, we just can't wait to see exactly what is going to happen to Twitter and also our lives, because our lives are intertwined inside of Twitter.